Hello and welcome to Defense on Ceres, session 78.5. Just getting allies things sorted out before the next session.
Hello.
Alright, let's get started. You wanted to do something small first, right? Something about the PR
Uh,
lady?
I just want to see how finish up. See if there's any last good impressions I can do to this lovely lady.
Hmm.
Before she heads on out.
Well, she would probably, before she leaves, ask you to give her your final thoughts on the mission. Now that
Hmm.
things are said and done, and mission was successful, and soldiers were interviewed, and she's about to leave.
All right.
All of course on camera.
Yeah. I can't remember. Is the this is supposed to be sent out to the entire Union, right? Like this
Yeah,
propaganda reel is going to
yeah.
everybody. Okay.
Well,
Um. Well, Sam's gonna then, for the propaganda, of course, he's gonna say, it was a good example of a well executed operation, and that through the unity of the Union, a brighter future for all of us is just on the horizon.
hmm. All right. Give me some charisma leadership.
Gotcha. Difficulty on that, my man.
No, it's just a six. Just want to see how well you would be doing.
And I have inspirational, so that'd be four.
Nice. Okay. No. You deliver your speech rather impressively, and from the behind behind the camera, you can see the PR lady smiling.
Behind like Sam, you just see like the Union flag start flapping, just like on like a like a screen that's popped up, just. Doo, 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 doo. I don't know. God, what would the union's anthem be? That's a cursed thought. I guess the EDF deploys for the Void Engineers, considering all they do is suffer. Oh, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, and give like I guess the Union salute or whatever before the camera would end footage wise, that there'd be no um, bro anything.
And yeah, she says cut after that, and then walks up to you and says thank you, Mr. O'Neill, and reaches out with her hand to.
Sam will reach out and gladly shake it. He's like, "No, thank you for the for the work you're doing. Not everybody can be as 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 but uptick. I'm trying to remember what the proper word is. As hell bent as I am when it comes to pursuing the ideals of the Union or engineers at the very least."
Of course, I've probably taken this up to my superiors, and hopefully we can give you we can give you some nice results for this. But I'm very confident. The footage we have is good. The mission was successful, and they finally managed to break out of the monotony of being constantly just focused on the war aspect, and keeping the exploration aspect, which is part of our original mission on the essentially in the gutter. Speaking of exploration, I've heard some rumors from your men
Mhm.
about some interesting place. I believe they call it the planet of Gribnoi.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, that is I mean, that hasn't been like to Noah. Like Noah hasn't said anything about that being a black mark or anything, right?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. Sam's like, well, I can very much tell you that it does in fact exist, and I have seen it myself. It is. I've not run the test on it. I'm thinking it's some form of dimensional realm parallel to ours. However, it's only recently started being explored. It's very large from what the reports have been from the personnel deployed.
Yeah, that's that corroborates with the rumors I've heard. It's a bit strange, but it seems that well, not much info has been leaked out of it on this. Usually, someone would have been quite over all over this.
She said usually somebody will be all over this. Is that what you said?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
They've been,
Um,
they've been, hmm, yeah, there have been maybe someone there to block us. She like almost mumbles to herself.
do you Sam kind of like is like kind of like sitting down after he's like, do you want my honest opinion on it? I forget what her name was. Speaking of course off the camera.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she says as she pulls out like a notebook. Um,
You know, you see like
I
the camera like
the camera zooms in. um, I believe that people are currently interacting with that, so I do believe that people are interacting mainly because it is still a rather hostile environment, from what I've heard, and nobody wants to heavily invest in something that if the anomaly does not if the anomaly comes back harder or stronger, it's another place that we might lose personnel. So nobody wishes to get their hopes up just yet. Because I don't think a large portion of us can handle another loss in such a rapid manner as we have once already.
That is true. Well, one way or another. Uh, this will probably
Do you
change.
want to get in? Would you like the information to contact the contract manager, however?
Oh well, if it's not
What?
too much trouble, of course.
No, it wouldn't be. And I mean, I'm well aware. He's like, I'm well aware that I do not seem to be of somebody for the exploration side. However, I still remember our roots. I just don't want us to lose the war before we can get back on our feet. Like hands over like Bacon's like contact information and shit.
She says, "Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Interesting name, but
He is an interesting person. Please do not show up unannounced.
oh, I I don't I don't think I will be the one contacting him. I have to I have to get back to my superiors about this first, and they will be most likely the ones contacting him."
Very well.
But yes, do you know what the current plans are for the planet of Gribnoi?
For right now, the current plans are rather simple. Secure the nearby area through the potential through the what are we calling it? Redomer? Is it a rift? Is it a portal? Like
I'm not
what is
sure.
it classified
I'm
as?
not sure if the unit has like a proper term for it, but the worst case just call it like an entrance.
With the insurance right now is securing the other side, making sure nobody's going to die, and then potentially start producing food for the time being.
Hmm, that's not too bad. You said the place was huge, correct?
Relative, yes, from what the reports say.
Hmm. What kind of world are we actually dealing with? Is the entirety of it, at least as far as we can tell? Is that?
A a Terran like a Terra based planet from what it looks like. I don't know if any for he pulls up like a report. He starts like looking at like any like force or anything like that been reported with Dom, or has it
Yeah,
still just
yeah.
been
That
like
that, that
plain?
happened. That happened for us.
Oh yeah, no, he's like forest, like waterways, like this is um yeah, no. It's very Terran-esque, but it's Terra-esque, but it's also got very strange life forms so far. It's a hostile fungus that eats through people, wolves with silver, and potentially more unknowns.
Hmm.
There's only so much resources we can dedicate to exploring it, and it's under the preview of Vishislav himself, as he's the contract manager with the connection. And from what I heard, the acting chief of security on Ceres, I was gonna say John Bowie. I don't think that's who the fuck that is. Tristan Cooper.
I see. All right. The chief of security is involved in this as well, huh?
Yes, I think he's just supposed to hand off, just find somebody else to handle that side of things. But yeah, and for somebody running the largest contract on Ceres, I'm actually excluded from quite a few things. But that's life.
I'm sure there's a reason for it. I think she gives like a corporate smile.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of managing over here. You can't really micromanage too much. Plus, people to prove themselves. Who knows? He like kind of like lays back. He goes, "All I just care about them getting the farms up. I want everybody who comes here to be able to get fresh coffee and good sugary treats."
Hmm. And she knows that's excellent. And
Yeah.
well, since we're on the subject sugary treats, p- as a bonus from my superiors, we've managed to procure some additional supplies, and she just excuse me for a moment, and she leaves and comes back after a few minutes with what appears to be like a briefcase, like a metallic one, with like a big seal on it, with some security measure, a special security measure on it, you see what looks like some scanner for like fingerprints, like like a lock, and then she places
Mm-hmm.
it on your table and says okay, now for the special reward, and see finger press it on, type in some code, and
I was worried it's gonna be a bomb at this point.
she opens it and says perfect, and rotates it around to you, and what you see is it appears to be like a large number of I don't know the proper English word for it, but those little pieces of chocolate with sometimes with some alcohol in it.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I don't know the proper English word for it, but those.
Can you show me a picture of it?
Sure I can. Give me a sec. Why am I
Don't
putting?
worry. It's probably gonna be something stupid like Kinder eggs that are banned here in the U.S. or something like that.
No, it's not a Kintex, but it's actually quite close, I guess. Yes. Okay, I think I found a nice picture. And I can say what it is in English.
Oh, subplay doctor. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called though. Oh, yeah, but each thing in it is like a different treat and stuff, right?
Yeah, essentially. And she offers
Yeah.
like, essentially like a whole briefcase of it.
Sam quickly counts to see if he has enough for like each one of his personnel on like the base before him.
Yeah, and yeah, you look at it, and there's definitely a lot of them. You're not quite sure if it's enough, but it most likely is.
Yeah, Sam just kind of like goes, "Oh, everybody's gonna be real happy over this."
And she gives you a smile and says, "Yeah, that's that's what we ought to hope for. After all, you all put in some good work for this."
No, Sam's like, "Oh, I was just doing my job, but it's nice to have the rest of the station rewarded." Should I think about you? What you're more in the know about the exploration side of that is very Sam recently. Huh? I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's like since you're more on the expert. Do you know how because weren't the Explorer boys going back to Alpha Centauri?
Oh, well, they weren't exactly too keen on Alpha Centauri itself.
But the area.
But yeah, like generally speaking, they were like outward bound. Like
Yeah.
Alpha was just like one of the things they would be advocating for as well.
How yeah, I guess Sam's gonna ask him how like their side of like their progress has been and everything. Like, do they have good news, or have they been like? But so besides the funding that's been redirected elsewhere, like how have they made do?
We have been. I'm not one to have high ups, but we've been struggling somewhat. As as you've heard the threat now coming in and threatening our borders, has has made it hard to get any resources for anything else, which of course the Commission is not exactly against, as it does recognize a threat now as the threat it is.
Oh no, wait. What did she say that the commission doesn't recognize threat and all is what it is?
No, she says they essentially what she said is that they've been like they've had a hard time procuring stuff.
Yeah,
But the commission at the same time recognizes that threat now is a problem.
yeah. That's the expedition and world to the belt, right? Or is the asteroid belt?
Um,
Yeah, the Exploration and Protection Coordination Commission.
yeah,
Yep.
that's like part of it. Although essentially, like this is more or less funded by like local resources, essentially, not by union resource at large. Like essentially, it's like some more influential people pushing in their personal stuff that they have accumulated.
Okay. No, I got you. Man, he's gonna Sam just letting out says like I, I'm hoping once this threat and all business is dealt with, we can go back to exploring. It'd be nice to get to see new worlds again.
Yeah, that would be. That would be most welcome.
I never got to do it, actually. I've always been on. I was on the mudball for the longest time, fighting EDEs. So, be nice to expect. Do you like? Listen, do you get to name the worlds you discover? Like, is that how that works, or is it like number generated?
Both, actually. There's an
Oh,
automatic system for assigning designations, but
mm-hmm.
if the place is important enough, usually somebody bothers to name them, and in most cases, it's the one that discovers it. Although sometimes also some scientific consensus is reached on how a place should be named.
Okay, okay. That sounds like a really nice retirement plan.
Indeed.
Certainly not bad. I just realized, isn't she like young? Redover, like, isn't she young? Like,
Somewhat.
teen? Yeah, yeah. No, just like Sam's like 40 or some shit like that. Like, that's a pretty good retirement plan. Getting to go fucking poke planets and naming them. Consensus cannot make you die or cease to exist if you're outside of its reach.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what the old higher ups did, like most of them anyways. Of course, like actually a lot like the city boys, like of the higher ups, they actually stayed on the mud ball, but in some ways they were more fucking alien than the ones that went to space.
Christ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you probably noticed in character, but there's actually like some like yeah, you probably would know about the meme of like private worlds. I think yeah.
Yeah, I was cross trained with the Cindy's. I should know about that.
Yeah, you definitely should. That they have those, and if anything, if they can secure like the planet of Gribnoi, and like it could very well turn into like something of a private world.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have to talk to Futao about that. It's avoid Edge World first.
But yes, just well, um, I think I need to head off now and get started on the.
Sam's gonna offer one of the candies. Well, before you go, for putting up with an old man's rambling and like offer one of the chocolates.
Oh no, they're there for you. We've made sure that there's the exact correct number on in that case to make sure everyone gets at least something.
Oh, good. Well, that's sweets. Yeah. I thank you very much yet again. And like, reaches up and holds a hand out. Like,
Of course, she like reaches out as well and shakes your hand.
I look forward to seeing where you go with your career and seeing that propaganda reel.
Oh, it's it's just some nice public relations, not propaganda. Don't worry.
Sam just smiles like he's like, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I've been here long enough. And like nod and let her head on out.
Yeah, and she heads out, and like soon after you receive like a license notification that the ship has left.
Sam's just like under his breath, damn, she had a nice ass. She's gone. I don't have to worry about it now.
God bless.
And Sam is gonna then proceed to start the fucking queue for everybody to have a singular chocolate, as they have done incredibly well. And I guess him going to Futao last would be lead into Futao wanting to have a talk with him. food town meanwhile with like a chocolate fucking fountain in his room. Yes.
Yeah,
Chocolate on chocolate. Mm.
to just build like a private teleporter to bring in like a constant stream of chocolate.
Hmm.
But no. Yeah, you as you do that, and news spreads. Uh, essentially, everyone that's off duty comes in like right away, and there's like a giant queue in front of the place you want to give it out to, give it out from.
Sam is watching it very carefully. Like they like he's got like the butcher cleaver ready. Like those who try to steal more than they're worth are going right to Lewis for what Sam's gonna do to him.
Yeah, give me like a perception alertness. Just at a 6.
Fuck. Nope. All right. Well, whoever gets shit stolen. I guess.
Web.
I don't think they're gonna steal from me, considering I've treated the crew incredibly well.
Oh.
And
well, stealing's not the only thing they can do. But yeah.
I mean, there's cameras here, so worst case, I could always just have. If I end up getting food poisoning or something, like I can fucking roll back the cameras.
That's true. That's incredibly true. And yeah, you go.
So my AI is watching the cat because my AI is on security when we're at the base, not helping with shit. So.
That's fair. Actually, in that case, actually, we'll probably keep an eye on this. So, give me like a perception alertness on her behalf as well, but it will be a difficulty 7 because there's more than one thing to watch. I hate to switch around.
Would computer aptitude apply here?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's pretty nice. And yeah, let's like watch us. And you get eventually like a notification after everything is done. That there might be a problem. Apparently, like some people are trying to negotiate with their peers to like get essentially get their share too. And like tensions were kind of high-ish, but so some so some people were trying to get essentially trying to build like a hoard of it, because they're pretty valuable, and particularly one marine seems to be really adamant, and even like was willing to trade away his Beyblade collection.
All right.
Like
well, you know what that means, Radamer.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go break somebody's nose.
All right. What's the exact plan for this?
Sam's just when he finds out that, and he's just Union protocol. I'm just gonna fucking break the guy's nose.
Okay.
Can you imagine? Hey, what's going on?
All right. Okay. Okay. Give me like a manipulation, intimidation. And let's see what's your strength rating at?
3.
Okay. Let's see.
However, there's no way the rumor mill hasn't gotten here and shit like that either. About what happened over on the other base.
Mm-hmm.
You forget what about what Ems ended up spreading at his base about fucking Sam?
Oh, that's fair. Okay, well. Yeah, okay, you can just roll it a 6.
So what am I rolling? Manipulation and intimidation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 6. Let's see if you can live up to your. Okay. Well, that's a success. And, the Marine is like, what the fuck? You can see, he doesn't say it out loud, but you can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, and Sam's just gonna hit him again and be like, if you don't want to be a team member, I'm gonna make you a team member. And then fucking go ahead and report it to Noah. I was gonna be like, oh fuck, his BCD came back.
God.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna do that and fucking make sure he's got fucking latrine duty on shit.
Okay.
Want to be a little fucking dickhead on my base? Like that. Like that's the thing. Like Sam's made his rules very clear. You don't be a dickhead to other unionists unless they're one to you first. We're all on this crap all together. He broke Sam's golden rule. Sam got involved. And then Sam's going to report that his that this Marine tripped and fell down some steps before he can try to get him in trouble.
Okay, give me like a. Okay, give me like a charisma.
Politics.
No,
that wouldn't be a politics.
No, and manipulation politics.
Manipulation politics. Ooh,
since you're like trying to cover up, it will be. Yeah, that's. Yeah, someone would probably like look into this. So to keep it simple, like just make it an 8.
Fuck. Alright, we'll power it.
All right.
2 successes.
2 successes. Well.
Would Cerebrum help scrub the footage?
Yeah, no. I mean, I assumed she would.
Okay, yeah. So would that make it a bit lower difficulty?
No, this is with first scrubbing it. Otherwise, you would like so someone would just have to like review the footage. And to be honest, I think that it can be done remotely.
It can be, but
But yeah. So
don't be
for
a little
hoarding.
dickhead. Actually, isn't that a crime anyway? Like hoarding in the first place, isn't that a violation of like the union of some capacity?
Yes, it would be. What's called again? The proper term is like I think unmutual behavior or whatever.
Unmutual behavior, yes. That's how it covered up. He had unmutual behavior.
But yeah, I mean usually like, he wouldn't still be, doing like taking someone in the nose. Usually.
No, but Sam is because Sam's a fucking gorilla.
Yes. And well, after that, after you've
you also see Futal.
well, yeah, he's actually coming to you.
Uh-oh. Oh, Futal's gonna stitch me out. I gotta kill Futal.
Yes, clearly, no other way.
Remember, Redalmer, to the Cindy's in the base, there's the technicians, the medics, the Marines, and then there's Sam, the biggest gorilla. I guess Futal walks in as like Sam's just finished wiping blood off his knuckles.
Oh, I see you're busy. Should I come back later?
Oh no, it's fine, Futal. I have some chocolate for you, by as well. You and your boys.
Oh, fantastic!
Propaganda reel went rather well.
I take it I take it then that everybody's happy and that she has left.
To an extent, I will be honest, I wish the beauty could have stayed a bit longer, but alas, he's like very melodramatic about it. Yeah, I had to. I was like, God damn it, Sam.
Well, if you if you're feeling a bit lonely, I do have some VR programs that I recently saw in the Syndicate's catalog, and you see tilt a set, and you receive like an email.
Sam just kind of like just nonchalantly like hits like the star on like his PDA, so that it's like started this email category. You can look it up later. Cerebral probably like delete. Yes. Well, you never hold up to the truest thing. But anyway, what could I do for you, Futao?
Oh, I've been going over my plans and solidifying, solidifying the budget for making the fuel refinery, and before we can properly install those gates, I believe it would be most prudent to change the output of the confluxes involved. And then I remembered that you put out a commission not too long ago, and he was thinking of just hiring you for this job and having you change those confluxes to a more desirable output. Essentially, what we need is to turn it into to tune it to pure to
Pass.
to no, not to pure test, but to pure to primal energy
Hmm.
that we can siphon off through the trans subspace vortexes, which then can be converted into proper fuel at the refinery. Of course, it would probably increase the output if it was purely done with currency. However, the transportation would would probably require some good planning and make us vulnerable, and of course require yet another ship.
If he said if we went to TAS instead of Quintessence.
Yeah, like because someone has to
Okay.
physically transport that.
Um. No, I can see the value in it. I have no issue with us using primal energy for the matter. The only thing I just would like to, if we can pencil it in, is ensure some type of meter keeping a firm track on what is being what being sent from each conflict to being received.
Mm. Of course, we will. The not outputs are usually conflicts outputs are usually very constant, and we will be keeping a track on everything, and if production falls behind, we will definitely notice. I'm even thinking about creating some automated monitoring software for it, but that will of course require once again some investment on
Time.
our part. Although if I go our archives, we might have already something like that already. Although the void engineers are quite stingy on what kind of software they allow. I've had some strange run-ins where I had to make do with quite frankly, don't take this the wrong way, but quite frankly, inferior inferior products from the void engineers,
No,
especially
no, that. No, yeah, Sam was gonna be like, no, that's not an insult. It. Well, everybody wants the shiniest toy out here. On the other hand, we also realize that the shiniest toy does not hold up in most cases to the oddities we encounter. So, you know, why try to reinvent the wheel if it already works?
mm-hmm.
Um, I can see what we can do. However, I think it would be Bowie who's the more computer expert on the matter, but I would like your guarantee that it will be patented, and if given to the syndicates, they will pay their due. You know how it goes.
Of course, that would work. Although I don't think the syndicate would be quite yet interested, as we do have our own. We have our own repertoire of software, and
No, I just meant patent in a manner of that it. You know how the circulation goes. It goes to the syndicate and then it gets filtered out.
hmm.
That you know those who are those who are truly less fortunate that do end up getting involved pay pay the due we need to further propel our plans.
Ah, very well.
But
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I do think this will take up a lot of your capacity for the commission. I'm sorry about that, but of course we will be paying you properly for this. I have already made some inquiries if we can simply use these commissions as a sort of like a pre-made contract, and it does seem positive so far.
yes, unless I have a more pressing one come up for sanitational work, I see no reason why I couldn't do these.
Excellent.
Um, and then do be aware because I understand you have some interest on Garbnoid. Whatever Vishislav is calling it. The explorator branch of the engineers might start wanting to poke around there in the near future, potentially.
Hmm.
So I do think maybe an extension of an olive branch in some capacity might help you get ahead of others.
Well. Hmm.
She was
What's the exact name of this?
what's the exact name of like the that portion of it? Is he asking like what the lady that was just here was the EPP? EPCC, is that what it is? The exploration, whatever the fuck we're on.
Yeah, the
Uh,
EPCC,
yeah,
the
it is
And
the
Protection Coordination Commission.
yeah, it is the Exploration and Protection Coordination Commission. They they're very more the name is rather self voluntary. They seem to be rather good people.
Hmm.
While I myself have made it very clear as to where my within convention loyalties lie about the protection of the mud ball here and the other location with the third sphere.
Hmm. Do you know what they're planning so far? With the
Um, as of right now, no. They seemed very interested in what my plans were with the location and how large it was and things of that nature.
hmm. Are you did you consider yourself an ally to them? Like a proper ally?
I I'm not just being quiet. Like it's very clear. Like Sam is thinking like hard on that. And he kind of like just like front us. I am an ally to the Union first. I don't have enough information on them to submit anything yet. Void sickness can affect anybody, and it's not always physical. Dreamers in this day and age are a potential liability. So I'm not sure. I would invest, but I would not hedge my bets, especially with the current direction of the convention and the union as a whole right now.
That does
I know
make
that
sense.
doesn't. I know that. Yeah, I know that doesn't fully answer your question as it's a yes or no, but I can't give you one yet. Besides, I would fight and die for any unionist by that sole fact of them being a unionist.
Hmm. Well, that does make that does fit into your earlier statement. I will be looking. I think I will be looking into talking with those people. If but what do you say? There might be a fruitful partnership in the future. I'm surprised they haven't gotten into this place sooner.
Resources are very stretched for most of us in the Void Engineers. They're one of the lower priorities. Plus, it's still not really secure yet, so I don't think it's been. I'm sure, like actually, like somewhere secure or whatever, like very leaked yet. That it's this massive plains area that can be used for farming or whatnot. On top of how many we've actually, again, as I told her, the anomaly we lost. Nobody wants to heavily invest into something that might be lost yet again as rapidly.
Do you think it will be likely that this happens?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Radama?
I do think it's likely that this happens.
Another dimensional anomaly?
Yes.
Like Sam just like shrugs his shoulder and kind of like leans back. He's like, I'll be honest with Tal, I don't know. Like we don't even know what caused the first one. I I wish, and this is from both ends of training with the syndicate and winners. I would not hedge my bets on any on any side dimensional, parallel dimensional, anything at this point, just because it is too soon to tell. What is firmly in the consensus, I believe, is what, or on near edge like us, is our best anything until we have a better lead and everybody's even on the mud ball. And nobody knows what caused it. And if they are, they're not telling the rest of us. So who's to say it doesn't just happen again because of another screw up? Or, I don't know, another heavy fucking Nephanic invasion like World War II, you know? For all we know, it could have been it could have been a I forget what the Cindy's call them. Is it a stock correction or whatever, where reality basically bites back?
What was it? A market correction? I think is the term
Yeah.
they use.
For all we know, it could have been a market correction that nobody's seen before, just on a grand scale.
Thanks about this. Well, if so, that would certainly not bode well for a lot of our other ventures. As
That's one of the reasons why I'm out here. I was on the mud ball handling things. That's how bad it was. They had to pull resources from Earth to come out here, fight, kill things, hold the line.
Yeah.
If anything, we need more, and this to an extent goes against the what is it, the timetable? Yeah, timetable, right?
Yeah.
Timetable. I think we need more unenlightened personnel.
I believe the Union in particular already supplies a large number of unenlightened personnel. Let me check some files on
Mm-hmm.
how things are going exactly.
Well, I mean, while he's doing it, he's like, well, I mean, more than just that. Like, like we need nor the people that we are fighting to protect and keep safe need to get their rears in gear, if that makes sense. We landed on the moon in like out of character, I forget. Like I think it was like the 80s
Mm.
or something. Um, and I'm sure we've had some impact as to why they haven't been back, but we have the capabilities. So what is hindering them? You know?
I think the simple answer is that there's no real reason for most of Earth's government to ever go back to the moon as other than prestige. And especially at least I don't know in a manned capacity. They've already done what they wanted to do,
Then
and and without something big happening like another Cold War with a race um, to get to the moon, there will be there will be no reason to go there. It's not really. It doesn't give them much scientific insight, and it's also not making them any money. And ever since I believe it was Nixon, there there has been a reduced investment into space exploration in general on the sleeper side.
no, like Sam, like Sam's like you hear share like like share like crazy like these, but it's like no, I get that. I'm just
Well, we do hope that the private sector in a few years to a
picks
decade
up.
will take off and finally and finally propel mankind further. But even that will probably take more time.
No, and I know that. It's just it's hard seemingly standing on the principe whatever of glory and seeing the rug removed from under you.
No, I understand. The dimensional anomaly has set us back greatly, and to be frank, I think most at least from the numbers I can get, what wasn't lost. We we had our presence in space was so strong that I would say that no one could have openly fought us there, and we were free to do whatever we wanted. Although there was also something to be said about a certain sense of complacency.
Yeah, I hindsight's always 2020. Just what is it? It was like what, like a half of the entire Void Engineer convention fucking got anomalied or some shit like that.
They don't know the exact numbers, but
Well,
like a
but it was
huge
a
chunk
large
of it.
portion. Yeah, like yeah. So so he's like, it's just I understand all the conventions were hit. It's just hard knowing that where before I could look out the window and know, that star was this and that star was that. To know that the convention that you grew up in and had a large chunk of friends and family in, and so many others are just gone. And then to be faced with, well, just that cutbacks from national governments, private sectors being years behind by national interests having hindered them, and then resources being shifted elsewhere. It feels like one kick after another, even though I know it's not on purpose. And it's not like you can grab a gun and shoot it. You can't really. I mean, you can shoot paperwork. I've tried. It's just get hit with a ruler.
He chuckles.
Fucking Cindy school sucks, Foo, and I know you went through it, and I know you like it, but God, I hated it. Triplicate that, triplicate this. It's like military training, but with pens.
Yes. Well, that's why that's why there's an entire convention dedicated to it. However, I must say,
It's just kind of like, hey, wait, what? It's an entire dimension dedicated to paperwork. I don't remember that in my training. What?
no, here's an entire convention dedicated to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it helps that most of you guys aren't dickheads.
Yeah, that's I wish that the rest would see it the same way.
Well,
I've had some I've had some contact with my colleagues, and they said, well, anytime there's not a budget for something, they their fellow technocrats become quite unhappy with them. And worse yet, if something some irregularities happen, and suddenly someone built like instead of just supporting some research project, they built an entire fucking construct in secret somewhere using spatial compression. Just market correction waiting to happen.
you figure they would understand that they just have to file the right paperwork for that, but I guess it's easier to embezzle. I don't understand. I'm rather open about what I do.
And
At
I
least,
appreciate that.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're both stuck here in space, and I'd rather the cities are as much of a factor into this as anybody else right now. While we still don't have iteration X on board yet, or progenitors, well, hey, Sam just very clearly just leaves out the New World Order. We both don't know. We both don't like him. He's a Cindy engineer.
Yeah, no, I mean, like he knows about the political implications, and he also, yeah, yeah, being a fucking syndicate by itself,
Yeah.
he's okay-ish with that. Like in theory, he wants everyone to be on board with this, but he can also see, how this could cause problems.
Yeah, we could bring iteration X in, the progenitors to an extent. New World Order, no, that's not.
Hmm.
And three conventions backing something is a hell of a lot. Has a lot more sway than the New World Order fucking would like. Or will
Yes.
do. But yeah, he goes. So what did you pull with the unenlightened paper? How is that going through?
Oh, essentially what I can get so far is that more or less all the train facilities are being used to the utmost capacity to make up for the losses. However, it's also a bit problematic to find people that won't be a problem. Make sure that they have a stable psychological profile. Make sure that they don't have any ties to our enemies that could compromise things later down the line. And of course, there's always the issue that we can't take an infinite amount of manpower without without normal citizens noticing that a large number of people have disappeared. And of course, it's also not exactly cheap to train someone properly. And if you don't train it properly, they will become a liability. We've tried to do cuts in the past, and let's just say it didn't work out the way we hoped it did.
Oh, I get that. Even and that's just talking about the mud ball. void operations by in and of itself is such a hazardous environment.
Indeed.
Uh,
But yes, I believe I need to go back to work now. There's still a lot of paperwork to do, and especially the project to build the refinery will be, quite frankly, the death of me. If I'm not an architect, so I had to get I had to get a consultant for that. I'm not an engineer, so I had to get a consultant for that. And
wait, hold on. Can't you just ask to hide for the engineering portion?
I don't. I mean, in theory, I could do some of it, but I don't believe he has the necessary expertise in working with primal energy.
I see what you're getting at. Yeah. I mean, I guess to an extent, if I help him with that, maybe we can offset the cost that way. I'm not too sure. We'd have to talk to Hyde about that. We might be able to offset the cost in that manner too.
Well, that's I appreciate that, but I fear I've already signed the contracts for consultation.
Uh, Futao, you're making rookie mistakes. You need to get a nap.
Oh no, it's not that expensive.
No, he says that jokingly, not like
Yeah,
like as a like serious or anything. Um,
but yes,
but yeah, good luck then, Futao. I need to finish out my paperwork, see about some things, and probably do another scan of the outside.
mm,
We still are in the asteroid belt after all.
yes. Oh, before I forget, before I leave, there's there's matter of me wanting another meeting. We need to figure out where exactly we place it. I mentioned to you before that I preferred this uh to have this place be in Piyuku.
Mm-hmm.
But well, Mr. Moran recommended holding a proper vote. Apparently, from what I hear, and you didn't hear this from me. Apparently, someone sent some complaint that that there's a concentration of power here, and so on and so forth. So we might uh, we might have someone being unhappy here, but again, you didn't hear this from me.
Who did he say sent that? Who did they say? Mr.
Um,
Moran? Who the fuck's that?
Mr. Moran is the commanding officer, like the one above you.
The mining officer?
No, the commanding officer, the one directly above you. Noah
Oh,
Moran.
Noah.
Yes. Like
Oh,
recommended that, and what Futao was saying that from what he heard, someone complained to Noah about it, and that's why.
mm, mm. I food he Sam just kind of like squints and he just lets us. I'm I'm sure I have an idea as to who might have had an issue, but I heard nothing. I thank you, Futal. I will send out a thing when we get a chance. That'd also be a good get together to see about progress on Garb 2. See what resources we can dedicate towards that now that we have all known confluxes on Ceres Secure. We could start funneling some manpower into that,
Hmm.
potentially.
Indeed. Oh, and another thing. The I
Mhm.
will I will be looking into bringing in another person to work at a fuel refinery, enlightened personnel to be exact. It's a bit hard to get someone proper. I'm not interested in getting just any hack job in. However, it needs to be someone skilled at energy refinement, primary energy refinement in particular, as to make the entire facility work the way
Mhm.
it's supposed to. unless we completely rely on on devices, gadgets, and so on and so forth. However, that usually is not wise, as as it completely relies on getting things off world, which would would turn more too expensive in the long run. At least in my opinion.
Well, do let me know what if you need any of my word helping with that. I just make sure that they're more in line with the convention as a whole. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Um, Actually, there's something you can do. You offered your help before, but there's another thing that still needs to be done. I am looking at at what to do with the nodes themselves. I would like some sort of like small base, essentially near each of them, so we can put up proper protection around them. They should be unmanned, and of course they don't need any life support. But someone needs to design it. I want a standard design for all of them.
All
So
right. Hmm. Um. All right. I no guarantees, but I can see what I can do with the others on that. It would be like a security checkpoint where everything's based out of. Correct.
yes,
More.
and some monitoring things, and maybe like a defensive position is nothing too fancy, of course, but I do believe it would be nice to have not just security, but think more of a sort of, I guess, bunker in a way.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at. I will like Sam starts like doing that like head thing when he's crunching or so like I can see what I can do on that. No guarantees that between between taking your commission and the other stuff, I might be able to. I'll have to see.
Hmm.
There's no hard date yet as to when that needs to be rolled out. Correct?
No, not exactly.
Okay, that gives me a little bit of wiggle room. And like Sam, like like writes down like. All right. All right, then, Futel, if there's nothing else, I will let you get on your way, good sir.
Excellent. Good. Good to have that sorted out. And then he leaves. And I think it's now time to end the
Yeah,
session.
you're not gonna let me go poke the sensors and be like, oh
No,
no,
we're already like over an hour in. It's way more time than normal. So
all right. I mean, it's normal. That's what Domino gets like almost every time. But all right, you can end it. Goodbye, bots.
hold up. For herself, thoughts in character, out of character.
In character, man, it's good having such good help. Also, damn, I can't believe I let her get away like that. Should have abused my power. No, but yeah, it's nice seeing progress. Not fast progress, not good progress, but progress. Out of character. God, I hate budgeting so bad.
Imagine.
I hate budgets so bad. And I look forward to seeing who Fu Tao will potentially bring in. Considering by that point he would actually have two people under him directly of some
Oh, he would be.
capacity.
Okay. It wouldn't be exactly like that. It would be more. It
Iteration X.
would be someone that is you know, that's of equal rank as him, but probably with less XP.
Oh, another supervisor.
Yes, would be like would be supervising his own little thing.
Would it be another Cindy or would it be an Iteration X?
Syndicate probably.
Hmm.
Probably anyway, so I'm thinking of
I'll see if I.
yeah.
So
I'm thinking,
I was gonna say I'd rather potentially be maybe an Iteration X, like pushing in that direction.
hmm, like
After all, he did just have a talk with me about Noah's upset that they're just an upset for a concentration of power. Well, I can't be a concentration of power if almost every convention's representative here.
yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
shut up.
But yeah, I'm like looking. I'm gonna look at what the books say. Like who's most suitable to like do this
Mm,
kind of work. But currently thinking for mainly Syndicate because they probably have like a lot of experience with working with currency and like primal energy in general.
mm-hmm.
As it's literally the entire shtick.
Feeling like a cross-trained fucking Iteration X boy if you're dope. All right. Yeah, no. With that, then that's really all of it for the time being.
All right. Cool. And let's see. Sure. Also take like a willpower, I guess. And I think that the 3 XP, unless you noted it down already.
No, I did not. I specifically didn't. Um, can I buy Correspondence 3 yet?
A bit earlier, to be honest.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what. Let me fucking use my goddamn correspondence sensors.
I mean, you can next time.
All right. Well, good endpoint then.
Yep. All right. Then